So you are struggling to get enough protein on a vegan diet? Well, that ends today, right here.
Rise above, focus on science.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we are going to look at 6 ways to increase your protein intake on a vegan diet. We don't need that much protein, and I already have a video here about how much protein do we need, but if we are trying to build muscle, if we are working out a lot, then we want to be eating between 1.6 and maybe 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. And that's actually pretty easy to do, but you might be having some difficulties, and that's why I have this video. So the number one way to increase your protein on a vegan diet is to choose the right carbs. Choose the right carb sources. And I know you're trying to increase your protein by choosing carbs. Well, yes, because if you're eating low protein carb sources, like for example rice, that only has about 7 grams of protein per 100, you could be almost doubling that by eating pasta, which has 12 grams of protein per 100 grams. You could be eating more oats, you could be eating buckwheat, you could be eating wheat bran. So choose your carb sources wisely. If you are choosing a bread, make sure that it's a bread with 5 grams of protein per slice, for example, because a lot of breads only have about 2 or 3 and some have 5 or 6. So choose your carbs wisely, and at the end of the day you're gonna get 20-30 extra grams of protein. Don't just think of your protein sources as protein. Everything has protein, and at the end of the day it all comes together. And the number 2 obviously is choose the right fats. If your main fat sources are oils like olive oil, you're probably not gonna get a lot of protein there because it has no protein. But if your main protein sources are seeds and nuts, then you are going to get a lot of protein there. Most seeds have between 20 and 30 grams of protein per 100 grams, and most nuts have around 20 grams of protein per 100 grams. So if you choose your carb sources and your fat sources wisely, you're probably gonna end up with 50 extra grams of protein at the end of the day. Okay, number 3, choose your veggies wisely. If your veggies are cucumbers, zucchinis and all of that, yeah, they don't really have any protein. If your veggies are broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, you can get around 4 grams of protein per 100 grams, and if you eat around 400 grams of them per day, which you should, you're getting an extra 16 grams of protein a day, just from veggies, which you never thought had protein. So choose your carbs, your fats and your veggies wisely. Okay, and my number 4 tip, choose 2 main protein sources per meal. Instead of having a meal with rice, beans and veggies, maybe have a meal with rice, beans, a little bit of tofu or a little bit of soy, a little bit of seitan and veggies. So this way you can actually incorporate more variety into your diet, and it will taste better and you'll get more protein. So this is something that I always use when I'm trying to get a lot of protein. I mix 2 main protein sources per meal. Maybe you can even do rice, a veggie burger like the Beyond Meat or the Impossible Burger, and some beans. It's healthier and you're gonna get extra protein. Okay, and the number 5 tip, choose high protein snacks, because as vegans tend to eat lower protein for breakfast and for snacks and higher protein for lunch and dinner because of beans and all of that, but you can also have a lot of protein in your breakfast and in your snacks. Just choose the right snacks. Maybe if you're gonna do a sandwich, choose the right bread with 5 grams of protein and use peanut butter, and you can easily get 15-20 grams of protein with one sandwich, which is really cool. You can also use things like edamame, which is green soybeans. It's amazing for a snack. You can use hummus on bread and with carrots and all of that, also super high in protein. You can use lupus I don't know if you guys eat a lot of lupas, but in Portugal it's very, very common, and people usually eat them in the middle of the afternoon or something like that, which is amazing because they are really high in protein. They are a little bit salty, but just leave them on water until all the salt rinses out. Okay, and number 6, it's okay to use protein powder. If protein powder is so convenient to you that you feel like using it, it's okay to do so. Just make sure you choose a good one, especially a protein powder tested for heavy metals, because that's a really big problem with protein powders. Especially with vegan protein powders, they can have very high levels of heavy metals, especially one that is sweetened with something like stevia, which is probably the healthiest sweetener that you can use on a protein powder, or just use a non-flavored one, but that's not really that good. And the best protein powder that you can find, as always, is from Vivo, the brand that I work with, and you can use my code down below to get 10% off. Use the code RPFIVE to get 10% off on your order on everything on the Vivo website. They have 2 proteins, the Perform and the Ritual. The Ritual one is the cheaper one, but the quality is still really, really high. So go over there. My favorite is the Perform Salted Maca Caramel or the Ritual Chocolate. Alright everybody, let me know what you thought of the video down below. Please share this video with everyone that may need it, because I really want this channel to grow so I can impact more people. And I'm gonna see you all in the next video. Peace.